Hello there. I was asked if this was the only truck in the game. My K100. No, it is not the only truck in the game. So I thought I would take this opportunity to show off my personal fleet. This being my K100. You'll notice the front wheel is very close to the bumper. This is the forward set axle version that is very popular with me. It's also popular with my friend Jessica. She told me she would never drive the rear set one, which I will show you next. But yeah, there's a Kenworth K100. Kenworth KW. Yep. And she's a pretty truck. Oops. That's not what I meant. That's what I meant. And this is the inside. We have potato chips and a cat. And my wife as usual. And this is the inside. Sleeper. Wheel, yay. Let's put on the parking brake. And this is what she sounds like. I think. You're gonna start? Did you start? Dang it. I don't hear anything. Oh well, I don't hear anything. Weird. Alright, well, let's go to the next truck. And here is my other K100. This one has a bigger sleeper. And it's blue. I like blue. I'm a big blue fan. And you may notice, compared to the first one, that the front wheel here is farther back from the bumper than on the other version. It's the two main differences between the K100s as far as the models I have anyway. There may be other differences in older versions. Man, all those motorcycles sound like Harleys now, even the Rice Brothers. Very strange. Anyway, that is K100. And if we go inside, we can see that I forgot to turn on the head tracker. And here we go with the nice burl wood interior. And there's teddy bear and potato chips. And kitty cat. And the Dreamcatcher. The Dreamcatcher is there, by the way, because we have a real one in our car because, as some of you may know, I have psychiatric disorders, and we firmly believe that the Dreamcatcher helps catch psychotic dissociations before they can get to me while driving. It must work because I have way more dissociations at home than I do in the car. And yeah, my wife says I also had a bunch on the road before we hung that thing up. Anyway, that's not really the point of the video. The point of the video is pretty burl dashboard in the other K100. And air brake. Yep. And then we have an engine. Generic horn, as usual. And we'll be right back with another truck. This one will be familiar to some of you as a strange looking airplane. It's my Freight Shaker Classic XL. It's modeled off a Freightliner Classic XL, but if you can read the nose, which I don't know if you can at this resolution, it says Freight Shaker because the developer of the Payware mod was confronted by Freightliner for using their name without permission. So it is the Freight Shaker now. Psst, air brakes. Inside may look also familiar if I can get my head tracker cooperating. Cooperate head shaker. Head shaker. Freight Shaker head tracker. This is the beautiful. We start the truck. And here it is. All the pretty stuff. Coffee pot and a TV. There's a microwave over around the corner where I can't get the head tracker to go. There's a microwave in there. And this is the lovely Freightliner. Again with the generic horn. Ah, well, lots of them have the generic horn. Man, I love the clouds. Looks like it could rain before the video's over. The Peterbilt 379, although it could be a 389, or it could be a mixture of the two. I'm not entirely sure with this mod. That big old not chrome straight pipes. If some of my truck simming friends see this, they might make fun of me for having this mod. It's kind of got a controversial place in the hearts of truck simmers. That Peterbilt. You know, I don't drive it all that much, but every once in a while I like to get out in it. It's got a, oh, I forgot to center the head tracker. Nice modern interior. Ooh, nice. And there's the Dreamcatcher, and come on, head tracker. The wife and the cat. The head tracker's being weird. Anyway, there's the GPS you can't see too well around the steering wheel. Isn't that nice of it? And that's the not so generic horn. Sounds a little more train-like. Some of my trucks have better horns than others. So Pete 379, a modern truck? Yes, indeed, the Freightliner Cascadia, with the super styly pinstriping that I just couldn't resist when I saw it in the paint shop. Yeah. That is a motorcycle, isn't it? Rolling down the road, sounding like a big Harley that you can hear for 1,000 miles away. Anyway, traffic noise. Yeah, this is one of the more modern trucks I have. We see a lot of these in our neighborhood rolling down the road with their styly selves. They're apparently very economic and loud traffic. Economic truck. And this is the interior. Nice and pretty. There's my wife as usual. This one wouldn't let me put the Dreamcatcher, so we got the Hope Trucker emblem from the COVID-19 vaccine delivery event that they held in the community. Had a little controversy to it, but it was still fun. An excuse to drive more loads. And here we go, transgender flag, teddy bear, coffee maker, microwave. Nice and comfy. Kind of small mirrors, but I can live with that. Let me start the engine. Boom. Engine. And let's make sure the parking brake is on. Parking brake. And then we go back outside. And we go vroom vroom. Kind of quiet, kind of not as growly as other trucks. And probably has the generic horn. Nope. That's the good choo-choo train horn. Check it out. Alright, so here's my big super aerodynamic, super economic Freightliner Cascadia. Oh my god, look at the size of that PT Cruiser. This is the International Lone Star, another truck I don't drive very often. And when I was able to get it this cute, old-fashioned, flaming-looking paint job, I just knew this had to be the truck that got it, you know? It's I've seen one or two of these on the road here, mostly out of Canada. They're not a very common model yet, but that grille is distinctive. I think it kind of looks like a fish. One of those big bubble-headed goldfish. Little mouth down there on the bumper and the two eyes and the big bubble head. Anyway, that's not the point. Point is, big truck. Big truck. And it's got a lovely pink interior. I think there's a mod that lets me change the lovely pink interior, which I might like to do because I'm just not a pink kind of girl. It's not my thing. I like the wood though. And the cat and a wife and a teddy bear. Sometimes I get teddy bears. Goes with my real teddy bear. Yeah. Dashboard. Lit up. Let's go outside. On the parking brake. And it's got a pretty mellow, quiet engine. And a nice generic horn. And that is the International Lone Star. This truck has the distinction of being the first one I ever bought in a simulator. It is the Kenworth T680. Notice it's in a day cab configuration because that's all the money I had. It's kind of handy for little around the town jobs, no sleeper. But in this game, you can actually sleep in one of these anyway, so you don't take any penalties for not being able to lie down in your sleeper. And of course, unrealistically, you can only rest in certain places in this game anyway. Like instead of being able to pull off on the side of the road and sleep wherever you are in your sleeper, you have to pull into rest areas or truck stops or stuff like that in order to rest. That's just the way it goes. And this is the interior. The cute little radio. And a wife and a cat. Wives and cats are part of the deal. I may have to rethink my field of view in this truck and the position of that steering wheel. See, it lowers down kind of in the way of viewing stuff. And there she is. She's got decent mirrors. I can make them out well enough when I'm driving down the road. My first truck. I need to get trucks with better horns, or better horns on the trucks. Takes a mod, I guess. And I got a mod, but it doesn't seem to work on all my trucks like it said it would. Oh well. Yep. My first truck. T680 by Kenworth. This is a Kenworth W990. This is in my favorite paint job. I love those lines. I have another truck in a similar paint job with slightly different colors. I drove this a lot during Pride Month, in case you can't tell by the flags on the front. Resembles a W900, but the air cleaner on the side of the hood there, the big silver things on the side of the hood, are kind of more modern. And it's a good little truck. I drove it around quite a bit. And I nailed the blue. I really like that blue. That's one of my favorite blues. Of all blue that I like blue, that is one of the blues I like the best. This is the interior. No cat. Didn't have a place for a cat, so no cat for me. Did have a place for my wife. Again, didn't have the dream catcher, so there's the Hope Trucker hanging emblem again. Start her up real quick. Make sure the parking brake is on so we don't roll away. Says reverse when we're in neutral. And then back outside, and we go. And so there we are with yet another Kenworth. They call me Kenworth Gal in the truck simming world. And I guess it shows why, because you know, lots of Kenworths. Huh. Alright, we'll be back with another. And this is the Peterbilt 579, another of my Pride Month trucks. This one is painted to look like one my friend Misty drives. She's a long haul trucker that works or contracts for Decker. And of course, if I know a real trucker and I can copy their truck in my sim, I'm prone to do it, because imitation being the sincerest form of flattery and all that. And we see a bunch of these driving around in our neighborhood too. They're ATS FTW. Yeah, it's a pretty common truck around my neighborhood. And stylish interior. We got the cat back. My wife's picture looks like an afterthought thrown in the corner in this one. It's the only spot it has to put her. And a dream catcher. And big, big mirrors. Great big mirrors. Easy to see you with, my dear. Yeah. Gotta fix that steering wheel getting in the way of the speedometer. Don't drive this one too much either. I have several of these I don't really drive all that much. And that's the little map. And I decided to listen to her. I have got to do something about that generic horn. That's just all there is to it. So there's my high visibility Peterbilt 579. And we get some rain for the Volvo VNL 300 day cab. No sleeper. Fancy, funky paint job. I wound up liking that paint job as the main reason I got the truck. It's another one I don't drive very often, and when I do, it's little around town local jobs. ATS FTW. Go for it. We see a bunch of Volvos around the neighborhood too. We even see the W900 I'm going to bring up later. I don't see many W990s. Well, I'm thinking a couple of trucks back. I wouldn't mind seeing one, but I don't usually. And this is my Volvo. There are many like it, but this one is mine. And here's the lovely interior. And I thought that that was a GPS, but it's not. So what happens is that pops up like that. It gives me a GPS. And that's just decoration, I suppose. Doesn't actually do anything. Function before fashion. And it's dark outside, so the mirror doesn't show too well, but yay, wipers. Yeah, wipers. And she doesn't sound that beefy either. Ugh, my kingdom for a better horn. Or queendom, I suppose I should say. Old habits die hard. So, yeah, this is my Volvo VNL 300. So, I am now really tired, as you can see by the red marker at the bottom of the screen of the bed shape. It is just about a nap time because I'm using up all my driving hours showing off trucks. This is my Western Star 49X. I use it chiefly for heavy hauling in the logged woods. You know, logging equipment, trees, stuff like that. Up. Fell asleep. Hope I didn't roll into the street. Good. Alright, we'll take a nap after this. But yeah, this is her for my logwoods. And interior's pretty. I don't seem to have my wife in the truck. I'm not sure why I don't have my wife in the truck. We will have to remedy that at our earliest possible convenience, which will be right after this segment. Nice engine. Custom horn. And yeah, that's my logger. And we will be taking a nap and be back with you shortly. This here is one of my pride and joy trucks. It's a Kenworth W900L. And if you look at the front, it's got HK instead of KW because, again, John Ruda got in trouble with truck makers for his unlicensed mods. So it is technically the John Ruda Highway Killer W900L. But we all know it's a Kenworth. Yes, it is. Got to fix that logo on that side of the door. See, the C's got cut off by the door handle. I'll figure out how to fix that. This is my baby right here. I like it almost as much as my freight shaker. And there's that paint job I was talking about I love so much. It's the best one Kenworth ever did. And I think the red really throws a nice contrast to the stripes. And it makes me happy. And that's what counts, right? That I like my trucks. That's what counts. This is the interior. Ooh. Wife's picture getting washed out by the sun. I get to have the dream catcher in it. Kitty kitty. Bottle of water in case I get thirsty on the road. And let me move that wheel a little bit. Hello. 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 There we go. Sorry, my wheel is currently on the shelf at the bottom of my desk, and it was turned kind of cockeyed because it reset itself. This is the truck, and we'll put on a parking brake. Talk, and we'll go outside and listen to her. That sounds gorgeous. Whistling turbines and all that. And of course we make up for it with the generic horn. Oh well. Beautiful truck. Oh my, did I save a good one for last. I picked this up. Found it in a barn in Utah, can you tell? This is a Mack R Series. And I started the restoration on it. You can see a little bit of shiny on the Mack emblem. We're going to put a bulldog on the nose eventually, but yeah, we got her cheap. And the old owner doesn't look like it, but actually took pretty good care of it if you look at the inside. Inside's immaculate. No cats. No dream catchers, no wife, no nothing. We're still developing it up. Dirty glass, old Mac. Start this bad boy up. Put in a tablet for some GPS usage for finding our way around town. And that's her. Killer horn, isn't it? That's what they all should sound like. But yeah, that's my truck collection. And I drive some of them for certain reasons, some of them for other reasons, and then ones like this just for the collector's value. I mean, you can't beat this truck as far as ugly old trucks go. So, that was the tour of my fleet, and I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time. Bye!